So we're packing up for a 2-week road trip. First is Champlain, and then we go to St. Lawrence. This is the St. Lawrence preview, and we're in the tackle room here. Some stuff up, but kind of what I expect is going to happen at St. Lawrence. We know what happened the last time, 100+ pounds to win. Do I think that's going to happen again this time? Probably not. Not because the lake is is not as good as it was. It's because we had 4 days of perfect weather. The chances of us getting that again, and honestly, on that event, we had good practice weather too. So you could get out there, you could find them. The chances of us having good weather again like that. Now, is it going to be close to 100? Probably. It's going to be good weights. The thing is we're going to Champlain. We're going to St. Lawrence River. We're okay in the points right now, but we have to have 2 good finishes to make the Classic at Grand Lake. So we'll jump on ActiveCaptain here and we'll kind of go over it. But what I'm doing is literally just going through bait. So we just have I have a new soft plastic Great Lakes option here, going through some of this stuff, going through the boxes, pulling out what we need, what we may not need. Honestly, a lot of this will probably go. So let's jump on ActiveCaptain here, and I will show you how I think it's going to go down. So this is the St. Lawrence River. We can honestly fish, I think, out to this point, all the way back up to the river there, and doesn't look that big. You're like, well, that's a hop, skip, and a jump from one end to the other. It's not. Like, this lake right here is, I don't even know, 30, 40 miles wide. You're looking at 60, 70 miles of river. So we come out of Clayton, which I think is somewhere in here. Most of the weights, I'm going to guess that 9 of the top 10, if not 10, are going to come from the lake area there. As I said earlier, the river's good, and it always has been. The river's great, actually, but the lake is just on a different level. And you see a lot of this red here. What that is flats that come out on the lake. The last time we were here, a lot of that spawning stuff was going on. It happened on the edge of the lake. On the edge of the flats. What I kind of think now it's going to be that first, since we're a little bit later, like here, that first drop out, this hump here, out here, the same kind of flats, but out here in that 20 to 30, as opposed to that 5 to 10. And there's a lot to choose from. Like I said, just this bank right here that's probably 5 to 10 miles long, if not longer than that. Just a lot of playing area. So, practice for the St. Lawrence, honestly, is kind of what I expected. This place is ginormous. But you get in areas it's got, there's fish in a lot of places, but you get in areas that's got little wads of them. But, I kind of made a mistake. When you go to big water, the priority needs to be the weather. You're always watching the weather. And, of course, I practiced on the north end of the lake, of the big lake, and we're forecasted to get real big winds out of the south on the first day. So I really feel like if I can get to the area where I want to fish, then I can catch enough to make the Classic. I figure I need a top 35, top 40 to not worry about it. Top 50 is probably a pretty good chance. So, the scary thing is, anytime you got big water and you got, a lot of wind, anything can happen. So, feel good about the fishing, just a little bit on edge about the weather. So you got to give the water respect. And what I mean by that is when you're fishing on a great lake, Lake Ontario, you have to, the first thing you need to watch, probably more so than your depth finder, is the weather. What's going to happen, the forecast, where you're gonna be able to get to all of this kind of stuff. And I didn't respect it. And what happened was I found an area that I wanted to fish, and I was committed to that area. And what happens? First day of the tournament, the wind blows all the way across Lake Ontario, right on top of where I'm fishing, and I chose not to go. I thought that I could stay in the river, catch 18 or 19 or 20, survive. This is not a tournament that I went out trying to win. I mean, obviously everybody wants to win, but this is a tournament I want to survive in order to get in the Classic. You know, and it comes down to this: the first day of the tournament, I weigh 14 pounds, which is like weighing 4 anywhere else. You know, I get 3 good bites the first day and I lose all 3 of them. Puts me at 14 pounds. The second day I go to the lake where I wanted to fish, and you know, it was pretty good. I caught 23, I think, and really didn't even fish that long. So as soon as I felt comfortable with what I had, you know, I started heading back. Even feeling comfortable, it was a close call. We did make the Classic. That was the #1 goal on the northern swing, was to survive the up and down year and make it to the Classic, which is going to be on Grand Lake. And you know, I caught everything. I think on drop shot, I caught a few on a tube. I think honestly it's probably all I threw. But you know, it wasn't that I really did anything wrong, other than I should have had a backup plan. Honestly, I probably should have just had the you know what to go out there the first day, because I know that's where the end of the tournament ended up being won, is right there around where I was fishing. So those guys just had the guts enough to go on the first day, and I wasn't worried about getting there and getting back. I was worried about being able to fish, being able to, you know, use live scope and fish for them. So anyway, let's jump on ActiveCaptain here, and I'll kind of show you how, where I fished and how it went down. So this is Lake Ontario. Our off limits are out here. You know, this is the area, the mouth of the lake where it goes down. It's just, you know, you have to pick an area, and there's not, even though the tournament was won on this side of the lake, you know, the last time it was won over here, I know that several guys over here did really good. It was just kind of scattered, but the whole thing was everybody was around the mouth of the lake. You know, you may ask, well, why are they not in the middle of the lake? There's just nothing out here except deep water. You know, there's not any islands or humps or everything. So, you know, these smallmouth that spawn in these bays and stuff, late in the summer, you know, whenever we were there, that's what they do, is they move out of this red area and they just get on the, you know, the corners of every little thing, rocks and current. I think there may have been one guy, don't quote me on this, but one guy in the top 10 that was actually fishing back in the river, where, you know, this is where I fished the first day because I was scared of the wind. Literally 20 to 25 mile an hour winds coming straight out of this direction, blowing over here where I wanted to fish. So, you know, I bailed the first day, fished in the river, did terrible. Second day, ran out in the lake and did pretty good. So, and like I say, all of this river section is good. It's just, actually all of this river fishing is great. It's just the fact that the lake is a little bit better.